Hello girls, welcome to this video. I'm Leslie Hawkins. I'm going to present to you what I specialise in and to see if we have alignment here that I can be of service to you. So what I specialise in basically is for women who are in the following areas of their profession in their business. If you're in that service providing area, whether you're a therapist, like a counsellor, a coach, a consultant, if you're a naturopath, but basically in that service that you're doing and helping your people, your clients, what I want, look, this is not for the faint-hearted. There are two business models when you're a service provider. 98% of the women that I speak to are in the old business model, which is giving your best in an hour session to your client, whether it's an hour and a half or an hour, 50 minutes, but basically it's low ticket, high volume. So you've got to have a lot of clients every week to make your income, to pay your way. It's a job. That is the job business model. And there's no university. There's no business school that teaches what I specialise in. So if this stands on your toes and offends you, that's not my intention, but some of you girls need to hear this because a lot of women run off, spend a lot more money doing another course, putting another accreditation up on the wall. So the client walks in and sees all of these frames with accreditations. Means nothing. What does mean everything to clients, because they're only interested in their world. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. You don't care about me. I totally know it. I've been through the apprenticeship. I know what I'm talking about. So listen up, because this is good. Only for some though. Some might already be clicking off, and I don't mind. I'm not here for everyone. Some people are hard work. Don't want to know about that. I've done all that to get to this. And you probably have too. Whereby, so in that business model that's a job, people go to your website or hear about you, or you're hoping and praying for referrals. So that you're hoping some of the muddles stick and that you've got enough clients in the week to make your income. So you're not in control with a business model like that. The other business model that I specialise in is how you get clients change. Because I qualified as a counsellor before I got into this space. And so I know, I've lived it. It's horrible. The frustration, and you're full of, exactly, like how many sessions that client needs to be with you coming back each week to get the changes they want, whether it's a relationship, stuff, post-divorce, change of life, whatever it is. But if they're not committed from the get-go, they are going to run away. And that's what I hear 98% of the time from therapists. The frustration. They've got a website and think that's going to grow a business. Well, it doesn't. I grew my business without a website. Have a website for sure. But that's not where the skill is. You need skill. You only need one skill, and to learn how to monetize it. So that's what I'm talking about. So whatever you are, a counsellor, a coach, a consultant, a therapist, naturopath, you've either got a business that's a job, or you get a transform. You do a business makeover, and that's what I specialise in. That's what I started out to say. So this is exciting. I love this work, because if you're on my page here, www.createyourdesignlife.com, and you read why I do what I do, and you read the testimonials, you will know why I do this. So the leverage business model is high ticket, where you've got an irresistible offer. Low volume. High ticket, low volume. So you don't need to be spinning your wheels having 20, 30, 40 clients in a week. You only work with the right people. So this is all in the program of what I teach. You can't know all this. You don't need to go and do another online course. You just need to learn how to do what I'm sharing with you here, because it's the most quality business there is when you have the responsibility of helping people get lasting change. Because you're heart-centered. You love what you do. I know you do. Because that's how I started out. Thought I was going to change the world. I was on fire till I fell flat on my backside because I didn't know how to market or sell. So you're running on hopium. But all the clock's still ticking. There's 24 hours in a day, and the weeks pass, and the months pass, and people lose hope. Women lose hope. They doubt themselves. I've been there. I know what I'm saying. And so the women who don't want this, that's fine, because there's a lot of consumers who shop around for the cheapest therapist. Cheap massage, cheap Reiki, cheap naturopath, cheap this, cheap that, cheap, cheap, cheap. Good on them. Let them go. But if you want to be a professional, if you want to honour your God-given talent, yeah, it's God-given because I've got it too. Expertise. Listen in. So I do the makeover for women in their business, and that's why you're here. It's about 50 minutes. Sometimes it goes over a little bit depending on how much people talk. They're not clients. If they're not clients at that stage, they're only prospects. And I see if we're in alignment. I give you the feedback. So, but at the end of the business assessment that I do to see if this leverage business model is for you, to see if you and I have alignment, I do the business assessment. It's a Zoom call or a phone call, 50 minutes. You book in on my calendar. And at the end of it, with the feedback I give you, even if you decide you're not going to work with me and you're not going to have a better future, that's your business, not mine. It's not my problem. I've been there. But you will have from me 100% clarity. And if you're not ready to do this, more than likely I'll point you in the right direction, because I give tremendous value with this. It's very empowering. So if there is alignment with the feedback I give you and you want to talk to me further, well, then I will give you, I won't be pitching you. No way. You've got to be 100% committed for me to make you an offer. And the women who I do this for, let me tell you something. The women who, the clients, the women who have where I've done the diagnostic assessment and they become my clients, they are the people who, in my testimonials, have got the best results, because I haven't had to try and talk them into it, because they're sick and tired of giving their best and being stuffed around by people going to your website, booking in, wanting to know what price it is. They want a miracle for $100. Well, that's not the business you're in. It's taken them a long time to get the problems manifested that they're living with and that they're in pain about. And I just teach you right up how to get them the results, because all people want is a result. And usually a lot of therapists are teaching people, sorry about this, it's a little bit confronting. A lot of therapists are teaching the public to shop around for the cheapest. So yeah, they're being competitive because they want the business. Naturally, you've got to pay bills. So the consumers are wanting the cheapest and they're wanting miracles in one session. It's ridiculous. But that's not the fault of the consumer. But when you've got, doesn't matter how many credentials you've got on your wall. It doesn't. People don't care. They just want you to get them a result. So you can get them a result by having all those credentials, add up all the money that's cost you, all the investment that's cost you, but it hasn't taught you what you need. And there's no school for it. That's why I do this. Because you can hear, I'm so convicted about this. Because I've been through the school of hard knocks. People don't care how many credentials or lack of credentials you've got. They want to feel your certainty. They want to feel your leadership. They want to feel your skills to be able to help them commit. And without the skills, you won't. So you'll end up with all those credentials on the wall, and you'll have a job business model where it's low ticket, like 80 bucks, 100 bucks, 100. You can't charge 100 more, say more than 150 bucks just for an average session. So you've got no wiggle room. So you've got to have high volume in every week to make your income. Unless you're married to a millionaire and this is just a hobby. Well, if this is just a hobby to you, you're not for me. We're not aligned. I'm not interested in women who have a business as a hobby. I like people who have got the energy of passion. Doesn't cut it, because passion can be hot and cold every day. But with my method that I teach this, there's a few arms to this, and I'm not here to drill all that. I'm here to tell you that the method that the transform that I do for clients to get them out of the job business model into high ticket, having an irresistible offer, low volume, where you don't need tons of clients. With the method that I teach this, I've done it. I do it. It's experience. It's results. It's not out of a book or some online crappy course from a coach who hasn't got the results. I do, and I have, and I did. And I will continue to. So that's why the clients who are beautiful to work with are the ones who go, Leslie, you know what? I'm shaking in my boots. I'm afraid. I've got to invest in myself, but Jesus, I'm sick of all this. I'm going to do it. Well, they're like me. They're the ones who back themselves and go on and create whatever they want. I don't care if you buy a Porsche. I don't care if you wear $3,000 shoes. I don't. That's not my bag. But, money is oxygen. You can't go to the supermarket and walk out with a bag of food unless you pay for it. So you need to know also, I love to talk about ROI, return on investment. So the clients who are teachable, who do what I tell them to do, yes. If you're not teachable, go away. Go and keep doing it your way. But the clients who are beautiful and are a blessing to my life to work with are the clients who do what I tell them to do. And they get the results and they can't believe it. They can't believe that what I told them before they became a client is the truth. And it's like, then they can be a mum with all the time they want. Depends what your values are, what money means to you. And we deal with all those limitations too, because you'll have them. You get out of the job business model where you used to get receiving 80 bucks, 100 bucks, 120 bucks, 150 max from clients, and you start doing high ticket, which high ticket really is 5,000 and up. But, I've let clients go at 3,000 because their mind can't cope with that to start with until they get their first 2 clients and they go, I get it, Leslie. Yep, I get it. So it's after that you can start to put your price up. But in the high ticket space, I won't let anyone, when I do this, because I do most of the work for you, and I do a lot for you, and we fast track it. So your starting point on your high ticket irresistible offer is $3,000. The light keeps going out. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's not the content. So that's what this is about. So if you want, so I only like to work with women who are driven, like I've been over the years, because it's more exciting. It's like when you're working out at the gym. I do CrossFit. And, when you're really committed and doing 5-6 days a week, it's like, whoa, something happens magically. Your energy gets elevated, doesn't it? If you've done that, you know what I'm talking about. It's the same with this. It's not hard. And when you've got someone holding your hand, well, I'm your safety net. You've got no excuse. So all of the gremlins that show up, all of the silly stuff that we go through, the fears, the anxieties, the procrastination, the what ifs, the only way to get your confidence is to get into action, do the work, And when you start to get the results, you will be happier, you'll be calmer, you'll be more grateful. You'll start to open up your vision for your future. Your identity will improve. How you feel about you. You're in a game of confidence. Your belief in you. No one else. So when you hear the news about rising interest rates and the gloom and doom, you won't be affected like you have been in the past. Because when when you're in that job business model and you've got no wiggle room, of course you're afraid. Of course you're insecure. Of course anxieties show up because you're waiting for people to love you and book in. And that's why you go to networking events and hope for referrals. But if you want to I'm not a networker. I hate it. Never wanted to do networking. Not interested. If you love it, do it. But it's not my thing. I'm a bit of a lone ranger. That is why the skills that I've got, I can really help women to, like when they get into a relationship with a man, let love be love. Don't let the money taint anything. Don't stay in a crappy relationship because he's got the power on the purse strings. Be in it for all the right reasons and have your own economy. I'm not a feminist. No, I'm not a feminist. But money in a relationship, there's a spiritual teaching around it. And if you want that from me, I would love to give it because it's very important to honour yourself, honour the relationship, all of that. But getting back to you, if you want to make 10,000 a month, if you want to make 20,000 a month, 30, 40, 50 and scale up, with this model you can. But you've got to start with the foundation of what I'm offering you. If I offered you after getting the assessment done, now it's 17 minutes, I'm going to pull up under 20. So book in and get an assessment done. If you want to stuff around, and yes, I'm being blunt, I've heard so many women's excuses, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in excuses. I'm interested in women who go, shivers, I'm afraid, but you know what? I'm done and dusted. I'm not tolerating the same old for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Nothing's going to change. Your situation could get a lot worse. So take the moment and go, yep, I've got nothing to lose, because at the end of the assessment, Leslie's going to give me all the feedback. I will have 100% clarity. So if you choose to not work with me, that's your loss. But at least you'll have 100% clarity on the problems you've got. It's pretty straight up. So I love this work. I love helping women to live a life that's not mediocre and average and looking at the bank balance and looking at prices all the time going, no, can't have that, can't have that. No, stuff all that. If you want to be a professional and be known and get more referrals, you do this work for your clients, they will love you to bits because you'll be changing their lives. So that is it. Book in for the assessment. It'll probably take us 50 minutes. Bring a pad and a pen to our call. It's not a coaching session, it's an assessment. I'll give you the feedback. Thank you for showing up. This has been a blast.